So what happens is your mind keeps spinning to try and find the solution. It keeps spinning in trying to find the right psychological reason that you're unhappy, or trying to find the right thing that you're unhappy, trying to do something. And there's lots of things that you can do to make your personality more balanced, like having a regular routine, doing exercise, psychologically working out your personality in relationship to others, understanding your trigger points, understanding your traumas, and all of this is going to make your personality more balanced. But there's always going to be a looking through of a certain personality structure. You're never going to become an enlightened personality structure. Like, there's always going to be that particular way of seeing things, whether it's a really happy, enthusiastic person or a less happy, enthusiastic person, or whatever personality it would be. But your freedom comes from the recognition of who you truly are, which has got nothing to do with being this or that. There is certainly more ways you can relax yourself. And if I think about my family members, like I certainly think I wouldn't be able to express non-duality to them at the moment. They'd have to understand a bit better the way they work, the way life works. They'd have to intellectually hear things and understand things and see things, and then there could be an expression of non-duality. When that's settled, when that desperate seeking energy settled, that's always future, 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 then there can be a presentation of who you truly are. And the freedom comes from a movement to that. It doesn't fix all your problems, it doesn't fix all your traumas on the human level, but there is a freedom in that, in seeing that who you are never is born, never dies, never suffers. There's never lost in anything. It's like a stillness looking out. And then the personality plays in that thinks this or likes this or gets triggered by that or doesn't get triggered by that. What I often see so often is that with spirituality or with this subject, people want to suddenly become a perfect person, because if they become a perfect person, then they're safe and they're lovable on the human level. So they look to a teacher that's perfect, and they look up at that teacher and they're constantly craving to be perfect like that person, and they're never going to get there. They're always going to stay a seeker, a follower, if they don't see that it's beyond that, that's a trauma that's most probably created from childhood, where you had a perfect parent or something and you felt insignificant to them, so you were always trying to present this perfect person and be this perfect person, and you're never going to arrive at that. So you create, but the seeker creates this world where it wants that so badly that it then finds a teacher that says, yes, I am perfect and I am at peace on the human level, and one day you can be perfect like me. And maybe they don't directly say that, but they're implying it. And maybe that's just their personality type. Maybe they're totally free and enlightened underneath that, but their personality type is more the boss personality type that always likes to project perfection. Perfection. Maybe they're more of a perfectionist. So that's what they like to project. And then the person gets that muddled with non-duality and uses it as another striving to become this perfect version of themselves, and then they can relax. But that's only in the human psychological world. That's what you've been doing your whole life, is trying to get others to love you, and it's never going to work. It's seeing that who you are is beyond that. But the mind gets tied in all these games unconsciously and just keeps trying. One day I'm going to be perfect like them. One day, this constant comparison. One day I will be empty and I will be enlightened and everyone will recognize it, or something in your imagination. And it's not like that. Your freedom is right now, and it's got nothing to do with your imaginings. Nothing. It's right now, right here. It's that alive presence that's looking out. And this isn't about trusting me. This isn't about trusting this external authority. That again is most probably a personality structure. Either you don't trust people or you do trust people, or you're in between. It's irrelevant. It's seeing something beyond that. What's always there when those thoughts come and go? What's always there when the feelings come and go? This alive presence, the empty looking and that sense of I am. And the I am is love, and the empty looking is empty. It's nothing. It's nobody's looking out. Nobody's getting hurt. Nobody's suffering. But the personality structure is always looking in the personality structure. So it's thinking, no, but I want to feel safe. I want to get this. I want to arrive. But that person doesn't arrive. I don't want to do it. It's too much work on the personality structure. Forget it. That's not it. That's a thought. It's gone. It doesn't mean anything. You could think this is too much effort, and then you go on a daydream about how much effort it is for the next 2 hours, and that you can't do it, or you reject what I say, and you fail to see that it's just thoughts and feelings coming up, and they're not true. They're traumas based on your past. And while they're really strong, you can investigate that trauma to understand it and release it to an extent, but there's just no truth in it. Suddenly you feel overwhelmed by the weight of this, of that you can't make it, or that you'll never get there. But that's not true. That's just feeling and ideas. They come and go. So you see that that's just a feeling. The thought is saying, I'm not going to get there. You feel it. Feel the vulnerability of it. And then what's it appearing in? And there's the freedom. The suffering is the attachment to that, and the constant attempt to find love in your conditioning on the human level, and find safety in the human level. You won't find it in the flow. Love is your nature. Safety is your nature. On the human level, you feel safe and unsafe. But when you move back to that safety, then there's a part of you that's always safe, no matter what.